Hey everybody, this is Mandy White Pearl here with Cash Magic Bullet, module number 4, your service-based sales conversations. Now, understanding sacred selling can totally change the outcome of your sales if you will let it. And today I want to walk you through the 5 secrets of transforming those sales conversations from something that you do to someone to something that is truly of service to them. Now, the first secret is it's not about you. Serving is all about them. Now, this is the most important of the secrets to make the shift in, because all of us go into these sales conversations, and I can guarantee that 90% of the problems you're having right now come from your own shit. Something that's going on for you in your life. Your inability to charge what you're worth, your inability to see value in it, your believing they don't have money. Those are all about you and not about them. So being able to get out of your own way is the first step towards being more successful, and realizing what you're looking to do is you're looking to create a way that you can hear them. You can find out if there's even a possibility of you being of service to them, what it is, what do they need, what do they want, why do they want it, do they really want to change? Because so many times people really, really don't. So the second secret here is to truly serve, you must first seek to understand. And so I want to guide you through some questions that you should be asking in your sales conversations. Now, if this is something that you need some more help with, I invite you to reach out to me and talk to me about my Sales Magic Bullet training program. It is something I do on a small group basis with individuals who are really committed to serving more people and knowing that the sales conversation is the trigger point for that. But very basically, these are the questions I'm going to help you get good at asking. And if you can get good at asking these questions, and when you get lost, come back to these questions, I guarantee it'll transform your sales conversations. And you should not be doing anything else in these sales conversations other than asking these questions, or asking questions that support you in getting clear on what these questions are. Okay? You're not given free sessions. You're not getting sample sessions. I don't want you running sample bar sessions or sample therapy sessions or whatever it might be. Sales conversation is about them, not about you. So the first thing you're going to find out for them is, what do they want? You know, what has them calling you to find out if you can be of service to them? What has them, signing up for a free session with you? What is it? And they're going to give you a head answer. Like they're going to come up with a normal, sounds really good answer. But what I really want to know is the heart of the matter. Why do they really want what it is they say they want? Because we don't want a new car. We want to be proud of what we take our children around in, or we want to show off for the neighbors, or we want to feel comfortable, or we want to go places in style. We like feeling taken care of and special I have an Acura, right? And I used to have a Honda. There's a little difference in the way that it feels, right? I love my car. I love how it supports me. So why do I really want it? Well, I bought it because it was a big girl car. It was the first car I got to make a decision about buying. And it was really out of my comfort zone. But it wasn't because I just wanted an Acura MDX. It wasn't about that. I drove lots of other ones. I had lots of girlfriends tell me I should get Mercedes, or only 7-figure business women drive Mercedes. You can't drive something below that. And I didn't like the Mercedes. I wanted what I wanted because I felt really good about it. So you cannot move on to any other part of the conversation, or you've got to put an asterisk in your notes and know that if you don't get somebody to give you a really heartfelt answer, you're going to have to get them back to it later, because people buy with their emotions and they justify with logic. So they're going to buy whatever it is they really, really want and tell you something different. This is also why Somebody might tell you they don't have any money to work with you, and then yet you'll find them posting on Facebook about some exotic trip they just went on, or some new fancy purse they bought, or something like that. This is where they buy what they want, not what they need. So after you have gotten clear on those first two questions, you talk about, why do you think you're not getting it? You're empowering them to give you an answer of why they don't have it. And sometimes they'll tell you they don't know. So you simply say, well, what if you did know? Right? Very simple question. And they'll go, well, it's because, and they're going to give you some version of victimness. Somebody's doing something to them, something's not right, blah, blah, blah. Okay? You're just going to listen to whatever they think that it is. And then next you're going to go into, well, what happens if you don't get what you said you wanted above? What's going to happen if you don't get it? And let them answer that. And they'll tell you something. Again, they'll probably give you like a head answer. It'll be a very logical sort of answer. You want them to give you that heartfelt answer, that really gut-wrenching answer of what's really going to happen here if you don't get what it is you really want, why we're on the phone together. And another way to ask it is, what happens if nothing changes? Okay, so what if 6 months goes by and you don't fix this problem? Right? Getting clear on those things allows you to set yourself up to serve them. Because if you now know, based on asking them these questions, okay, so I see they're here and they need to be over here, and I feel comfortable being the guide between here and there, right? If you feel like you can do that at that point, then your next question to ask them is, so if I could show you a way to get what you want by teaching you how to overcome the things, the reasons why you're not getting it, do you think that will change your outcome? Now, I am saying that in the absolute there. What you're going to go back to and is regurgitate exactly what they've said to you. You're going to use their words. So when clients come to me, not all of you want to make more money. Some of you want more clients. And so then I have to ask, well, why do you want more clients? And get you to the, well, I really want to make more money. Or I really want to, it's never about the money either. I really want to take my family on a vacation this year. I really want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, so if I could show you a way that would keep you from having to live paycheck to paycheck and help you overcome the reasons why you're currently living paycheck to paycheck, do you think that that would help you stop living paycheck to paycheck? And the person's going to say yes. And then you had them buy into the journey. You've had them buy into what they want, why they don't have it, and overcoming all of that. And then it's simply moving into, are they willing and are they urgent to get that problem solved? And that's where the true test of service comes into play, the true test. Because somebody can tell you they want something, somebody can tell you that this is why they don't have it, and they're clear that if they do these things, it'll change. But if they're not willing, then they'll never pony up the money. And if they're not urgent about it, they'll never pony up the money. So one of the bonuses I want to gift you with here is my blog on the 15 willingness issues. So once you get them clear on these questions, the next phase is willing and urgent. And there are 15 things they must be willing to do in order to get what they want. So you're showing them this outcome in the future that you can help them get by working with you. And they must be willing to do that, because there's a lot of things you have to give up in order to get what you want, right? So I will make sure that that link to that blog is posted below. In the sales training, the intensives that I do with people, we walk through what those end up looking like. and work on your own blocks, because any of them you have for yourself, you have any instances of that in your own self, when other people show them to you, you'll still latch onto them. So in sales, anything you've got an interesting point of view about, you'll be able to be hooked by it. So when you talk about not being able to overcome objections, it's because you're not absolutely 100% clear and in alignment with, I am an infinite creator, I can create anything I want at any moment, and I believe that the person I'm talking to on the other end can too. Right? All of us have stuff, it's fine, but we've got to work through that to be masterful at helping people. We can't help people if we don't have clients. Secret number 3 is believing in possibilities. I just gave this one away just a second ago. So let me illustrate that. You have to believe that when the person comes to you, they are living out of the drama addiction triangle. They're coming to you as a victim. They're pointing out that somebody or something in their life is a persecutor, and they're running you to rescue them. They're looking at you as a potential rescuer. Quite possibly, if they aren't sort of urgent enough at changing their situation, they might find another way to be rescued. And they'll continue in this cycle of drama until they make the choice to, Abraham Hicks calls it, pivot, right? And pivoting where the victim is now the creator, the persecutor is now the challenger, and that rescuer is the coach. And so this role now, you are the one who is coaching them into getting the life that they really want, holding that higher standard for them, and helping them to see that whatever was persecuting them before was really giving them a great gift. It was giving them the ability to see what they don't want so they can choose something greater. Understanding that for them helps you to see that whatever they're telling you is this is the reason they don't have what they want. You can go, okay, got that, totally, it's a victim thing. I know how to handle victim things. And it gives you the confidence to know how to make that shift. So you don't have to be a facilitator in, years of coaching or therapy or anything like that. All you have to do is understand this very simple principle of pivoting, of understanding, being empowered and knowing what's possible instead of living from a victimhood. Now, secret number 4 is help someone see what transformation looks like. So ideally, you're going to be working with the 3% of the population who's actively seeking a solution to a problem that they have, and they know that your voodoo is what they want and what will help them with their transformation. But oftentimes we get clients who are just open or aware that they have a problem and that your modality can fix it, or your voodoo, but not always. And so understanding that there are mindset shifts, there are strategic shifts, and there are tactical shifts that somebody's got to go through in order to get that transformation, and understanding that from the perspective of helping them to see what it's going to take for them to get what they want. And this is where a lot of you, and I did this in the beginning too, I was so into my own modality, into what I had learned to be the right way, that I was unable, or I wanted to have it all figured out for the person before I got into working with them. And what I've realized after years of experience is everybody's situation's different, and everybody's differences show up in different ways, right? So although the path is pretty much the same, each one of you is taking a different route to get there. Each one of you goes at a different pace. Each one of you has different stuff that comes up and it looks different, and yet it's all the same. So I want to walk you through being able to understand, and again, we're helping somebody see what transformation looks like. So the population that's living either 7% open, 30% aware, or 30% unconscious, those people don't quite understand yet what it's going to take to have what they want. And so I have broken down transformation, and as a bonus, you guys are getting access to Client Magnet Alchemy, which this is discussed in that program in depth. This is the aha that I have about how these shifts are made and how the transformation is taught or revealed to people. So let me give you the example of weight loss. So if I was a health coach or like a fitness and nutrition coach, right? And somebody came to me, wanting to lose 25 pounds, let's say, right? Fit in that little black dress, okay? Then as they're telling me what they want and why they don't have it, I am listening for the mindset shifts that need to happen, because somewhere they're believing something that keeps them being someone who has extra weight versus someone who is being their most felt self, right? So I'm listening for things like, where's this person disconnected from their soul or their spirit that keeps them emotionally eating, yo-yo dieting, and unable to be uncomfortable with what's necessary to change? I need to be able to see when somebody is scared and wonders, what if it doesn't work for me? I've tried so many things and I just don't know if this is going to work for me. I need to help them address when healthy eating is boring. So they might verbally tell me these things, and they also might have them come up as like energies. They'll say one thing and you're like, I'm sensing this energy of something here. And once you're able to go, you know what? So I sense that you've got, the belief that eating healthy is boring. Is that right? Okay. So if I can help you shift and find healthy eating to be exciting, do you think that that would help you to lose weight and keep it off? Okay. Notice I didn't fix it for them already. I didn't tell them I had a 12-step program. I didn't tell them, well, first you're going to do this, and second you're going to do that. I said, if I could show you a way to have healthy eating be fun, do you think that would help you lose weight? Yes. Okay. Now, if we move into more of a strategic thing, then I would be asking questions or helping to bridge the gap so that they understood strategically what needs to happen. So as a health coach, as a wellness person, as a fitness coach, I would say things like, do they understand how their emotions play a role in affecting their hormones? And then their hormones are what's keeping them from not wanting to work out, or keeping them from not losing any weight after they've worked out so hard or so much. And I need them to understand that it's about nutrition and fitness and breath and stress and personal goals. Like, all of those things have to come into alignment in order for the weight loss to happen in this physical reality, or in my interesting point of view of all that. So when they're telling me that, they've tried working out and it hasn't worked, and they've tried eating right and it hasn't worked out, I might say something like, okay, so in the big picture here, one of the components that I see missing is a regular breath work. Breath work increases metabolism, and I'm not hearing that that's even something that you're aware of. Did you know that? No. Okay. So if I could show you a way that would allow your body to start healing itself without having to diet or exercise, would you be interested in that? Would you think that that would help you get the weight off? Okay, great. All right. Now let's move into some tactics. So you want to drop the 25 pounds and you can't do it. Tell me what that looks like on a day-to-day basis. Do you travel a lot? Yeah. Okay. Do you know what to eat when you're on the road? No, that's one of your hard times. Okay. So if I could show you what to eat on the road, do you think that that would help you lose the weight and keep it off? Okay. So what do you cook around the family? Like, all of these are tactical things that the person's going to have to end up doing to have the big transformation, right? So I've broken down for you the mindset, the strategy, and the tactics when it comes to weight loss. Your homework is to know what those are for your own work, because there are mindset issues. The person is, you think of them as two people. You think of them as the person who's in the hell they're in now, and you think of them as the person that their infinite being, their fully expressed self would be. And the differences. So you might have two sets of these transformational variables, because you might be like, what is the mindset of the person who's overweight? What are the strategies they believe? What is the tact, or, do they completely lack a strategy, or do they lack tactics? And the tactics tend to be the things that people Google. It tends to be the things that people come to you with. And very quickly, you're able to see their mindset problems. The piece most of you are missing is the strategy part, being able to tie it together for somebody to say, it's the whole kit and caboodle. It's all these pieces that have to come together in order for you to get what you want. And I'm the one who's figured that system out. That's why it helps to have a signature system. If you don't have one of those, get with me. I can easily, pop one of those out for you and have it be something that really resonates with the conglomeration of work that you do. Now, the last secret is one of my sort of biggest celebrations, because I totally sucked at this one. And that's getting comfortable with being uncomfortable and other people's discomfort. Okay? What does that mean? Well, that means, my guess is, you are a highly intuitive person. Most people who come to me are. Okay? You're very intuitive, even if you're closeted like me and, spent years physically and emotionally constipated. I had to learn how to be comfortable with my own feelings, and only when I was able to be comfortable with my own feelings did I start to be able to be comfortable with other people's feelings. And a lot of the times, in certain circumstances, I still suck at it, right? I'm learning. But that in and of itself allows me to look at somebody who's already told me they don't have any money and say, I feel you, right? I feel you're vibrating at that level, but I know you to be an infinite being, and I know the truth, and so I'm not going to let you tell me that lie. I'm not going to let you play a small game. I'm not going to let you use this as an excuse, right? And you're okay with them being uncomfortable. You're also comfortable with, if they're uncomfortable with being sold to, or if they're uncomfortable with how things are going to look, if they just want things done for them. Well, you know what? If we just let you get things done for you, and then one day, heaven forbid, that person dies or stops working for you, or, you can't pay, you lose that. But what I'm here to do is teach you how to do it for yourself. Teach you how to hire the right people. Teach you how to bring that support together to get what you need. That allows you to overcome somebody's uncomfortableness there. And uncomfortable shows up in all kinds of different ways. It's always a reflection of some part of you that's wounded and needs to be healed. And that's the fun part, right? That's the fun part. But being uncomfortable with their discomfort. Okay? It's okay if you're not happy with how this call went. It's okay that you're, want to grump and whine and moan. That just speaks more to you than it does about me. So you've got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. This also rears its ugly little head in if you get on that sales call and you are desperate to get a client so that you can pay this bill that's due right now. They will smell it on you a mile away. They will smell that desperation on you. They will feel it. They will energetically connect with it. And so you have to set that aside and say, you know what? That bill's not being paid right now. I'm jumping back into being a vessel of transformation. I'm going to be guided in what to say. I am not going to let that feeling of that bill being paid late affect my conversation with this person here and now. And then I'll refer back to the other rules of seek first to be understood, then understand. Or seek first to understand, then be understood. Right? Right. You know, being impactful, I hope you see that shifting your mindset when it comes to sales is going to make you more impactful. And being impactful is really about helping more people and helping people more. By looking at these questions I've talked with you today, I hope that you see the difference in the conversation you're having with somebody, and how even if at the end of it the person's like, you know what, I see that you could help me get from here to there, but honestly, I'm not willing to get in debt, I'm not willing to sell my car, I'm not willing to ask my parents for money, I don't really want what it is that you have to offer bad enough to be uncomfortable about it, then you know right now that you've got somebody that is uncoachable, is unworkable. And you actually do them a huge favor, because you might help them to see what it's really going to take. So one of the ways that I run into this is if so many people come to me and just want to get clients online and want passive income. And so I start to talk to them about what that's going to take. And I start to talk to them about what they need to know, right? We're going to need to know conversions. I'm going to need to teach about pixels. We're going to talk about traffic. You're going to talk about split testing. And when they're like, well, I don't want to do all that. It's like, well, that's what it takes. Or it takes paying somebody to do all that for you. Oh. Another example, it'd be like, you know, I want a baby, but I don't want to change diapers. I don't want to nurse. I don't want to, you know, birth the baby. I don't want to carry the baby. Well, then you probably don't want to babysit, you know, enough. If you're not going to be willing to go through all those things, we can't just give you the end result. Shifting this in yourself will be a huge shift in the kinds of clients you attract. Guarantee it. Bet money on it for you. Okay? How is your impact in these sales conversations affecting your income? My guess is it's pretty significant. Because income is about being masterful at creating money as needed for your family, your business, and the experiences that will give you the most joy. And clarity builds confidence, and confidence is what attracts the clients. So if this is something you know that you need more work on right now for this VIP Day intensive you guys are going through, you know, study this material, ask these questions, go out there, get your people to respond. You're going to send your email, they're going to respond back, you're going to get on the phone, you're going to have this kind of conversation with them. You're going to get a client or two out of it. My highest recommendation at that point would be to invest that money in some sales training, in some more in-depth sales training, because that's truly what's going to catapult your income, is being able to, you know, at first I asked these questions only when, you know, somebody officially got into a strategy session with me. And now I see that I can ask these kinds of questions anywhere, to anyone. And if I follow the stream, if I follow what's light, it might take 4 or 5 sessions, and it might take 4 or 5 sessions to warm somebody up, but I'm out there in the world looking for people who want something, people who don't have it, people who are very clear about why they want it and why they don't have it. And then if it's something that is business building related, marketing related, that I know that I can help them with, that will help them get what they want, I would then invite them into the opportunity to learn more about what that would look like. And then I would do a formal strategy session. But being able to be in these questions is what helps you spot clients anywhere and everywhere and help you enroll them into a place of change. Now, one of the things about VIP days is that you're charging more than you're quite used to charging before. And it's not going to be about you justifying that price. It's totally about the value. That's where you come up with the price, is the value that it's going to create for the person. But you have to be able to explain to the person or convey that value. And having a conversation like what I've taught you with today with these questions, these deep-rooted, deep-angled questions, is going to be what's needed to shine the light big enough, bright enough, wide enough for them to go, oh, wow, like I really didn't know how screwed up I was in my thinking, how I didn't have a plan, how I don't know what to do on a day-to-day basis, and I'm just wandering. Well, it's no wonder nobody got me results first. Nobody did all those things. Nobody supported me in all those things. Okay? So, Expand Your Impact, it has several different versions. I've talked to you throughout this program about that program. So if you want more sales help, Expand Your Impact is a great place to get that. Or I have customized VIP days and retreats and things like that throughout the year that talk specifically about selling and serving. But you've got enough right here to get yourself started. And so I challenge you to go off and do that now. It's time to serve more by selling more, right? So don't let another year go by without having figured selling out. Learn how to be more vibrationally aligned each and every single day so that you can get more clients, you can make more money, you can have more fun, and you can have more freedom. If you're interested in more of that, you got to get the Sales Magic Bullet virtual training program. It's unlike any other sales program you've ever been through. How can I get any better than that? All right, good luck. Let me know how your sales conversations go.